Hello everyone! Welcome to Module 2 of this training series, Duo Solution Information. Here we'll cover the details of Duo, its value proposition, use cases, and differentiators. There are several learning objectives for this module. By the end of the module, you should understand the difference between Duo's three products and their high-level capabilities, know the four core business use cases for Duo and how it solves customer problems, and understand the solution's value proposition and key differentiators. Now let's take a look at Duo and the key ways it enables us to fully deliver zero-trust security across the enterprise. Duo is a trust-driven, unified access security and multi-factor authentication, or MFA solution that provides reliable, secure application access. Because its MFA capabilities allow us to verify user identities with more than just their credentials, it is a key factor in establishing zero trust. The Duo solution is flexible and is made up of three interconnecting solutions that can be customized to meet customer needs. Duo MFA establishes user trust with an easy-to-use MFA. Duo Access builds on basic MFA capabilities to establish device visibility, enabling Bring Your Own Device, also known as BYOD, and enforcing adaptive success policies. Duo Beyond encompasses all the benefits of Duo MFA and Access, while also establishing user device trust and remote access alternatives to private apps. Let's take a closer look at each edition and its benefits. Duo MFA establishes user trust with easy-to-use MFA that provides users with secure access to internal applications seamlessly. This edition empowers customers to verify the identity of all users with strong two-factor authentication. This is a critical first step in any zero-trust security model, as understanding who is on the other side of the access request is the difference between business productivity and a breach. It also provides numerous authentication methods, the primary one being Duo Push, which authenticates identity through a mobile app. Duo also supports authentication methods such as Universal Second Factor, U2F, security keys and tokens, one-time passcodes, OTP, and SMS and phone callback. This provides flexible options for all types of users, from clinicians to third-party contractors. One of the most critical aspects of the MFA solution is that it makes two-factor authentication easy for both administrators and users. Duo's user self-enrollment method is intuitive enough for anyone to do on their own. Users can also enroll additional authentication devices, reducing burdens on help desk resources. To simplify administrators' lives, Duo offers several ways to deploy and manage MFA quickly, even in large organizations. Admins can leverage automatic enrollment options, integrations with existing directories like Active Directory and Azure AD, or simply import users' data from a CSV file. Now let's take a look at the benefits of Duo Access, which builds on MFA by bringing in some user and device controls. Along with the benefits of Duo MFA, Duo Access establishes device visibility into managed and unmanaged devices and enforces adaptive authentication policies. This edition empowers customers to gain detailed visibility into the security hygiene of every device authenticating through Duo, identifying both corporate-issued and personal devices. Most organizations underestimate how many different devices access their corporate applications. Duo's unified endpoint visibility provides insights into every device accessing corporate resources or applications, not just those managed by customers. It also helps companies reduce risk by enforcing precise policies and controls without compromising end-user experience. This lets admins develop adaptive authentication policies by setting different rules depending on who is authenticating and their context, ensuring that information is accessible to the users that need it. Phishing attacks are on the rise, and it's important now more than ever to protect vulnerable users. With Duo's phishing simulator, companies can measure risk by conducting and educating users through phishing vulnerability assessments. Admins can quickly identify vulnerable users by launching targeted internal campaigns and continuously measure and monitor the company's risk. And finally, there's Duo Beyond. Duo Beyond encompasses Duo MFA and Access, while also establishing user device trust and remote access alternatives to private apps. This edition empowers customers to encourage BYOD by enforcing policies for corporate versus personal devices. Allowing users to work from anywhere at any time increases productivity, but it also creates an issue of device visibility, control, and security for users. Duo's Unified Endpoint Visibility Dashboard shows a breakdown of all corporate and personal devices on the network and allows admins to enforce policies accordingly. Duo also allows users to integrate with their current Enterprise Asset Management (EAM) and Enterprise Mobility Management (EMM) tools to control application access at the device or user level. This enables admins to apply policies to specific user groups or devices accessing an application. Duo simplifies admins' lives by providing a single dashboard in the Duo Admin panel to create and manage all policies. Identifying untrusted devices is important, and Duo takes it a step further by enabling companies to block unauthorized ones. This ensures those devices don't have access to the network and applications and safeguards against vulnerable or compromised endpoints. Now that we know what Duo is and what it does, it's important to understand its use cases. Duo has 4 main customer use cases, allowing companies to authenticate user identity for remote access, enable self-service endpoint remediation, secure access for any application, and enable policy-driven access. Let's take a look at an example for each, starting with the authentication of user identity for remote access. Duo helps create trust using MFA, ensuring the user requesting access isn't using spoofed credentials. It also grants conditional access based on policies and device profiles. But what does that actually look like? Imagine a remote registered user enters their credentials to log into their company's application on a personal device. The credentials are correct and accepted. Duo then requires the user to select from multiple secondary authentication methods before access is granted. At the same time, it does a device assessment looking for potentially compromising factors, such as out-of-date software. If the device is close to out of compliance, say it needs to update its browser in the next 5 days, Duo provides the user with an overview of how to bring their device back into compliance. In this example, the user decides to authenticate her device using Duo Push. Once the MFA push notification is received by a pre-registered authenticator device, like a mobile phone, users can verify their identity in one tap. After their identity is confirmed, the user is granted access to the company's portal. This helps protect the network from untrusted endpoints and unhealthy devices. Now let's see how Duo supports self-remediation. Enabling self-service endpoint remediation is important to protect the network from unhealthy endpoints. This functionality not only enables users to play a role in addressing potential security concerns before being granted access, it also helps organizations reduce help desk tickets and IT overhead. Similar to the previous use case, Here we have a registered Duo user entering their credentials to log into their company email. Duo recognizes the device software is out of date, and the user is then directed to instructions for updating their software in order to regain access. Despite the user providing correct login credentials, Duo's unique device scan was able to protect the company network from an unhealthy device and empowered the user to resolve the issue on their own. Another key use case for Duo customers is protecting the multitude of applications businesses use, whether they are cloud apps or running in an on-premises server, while facilitating access from users on location or remote. Duo provides coverage for proprietary apps, APIs. Duo offers web services accessible via REST APIs, allowing customers to customize the two-factor authentication user interface for a mobile, web, or desktop app. Microsoft environments. Duo integrates with Microsoft Azure Active Directory conditional access policies to add two-factor authentication to Azure Active Directory logons, complete with inline self-service enrollment and Duo Prompt. Cloud services. If users are already using a federation server or cloud identity provider, IDP, they can easily integrate with Duo, so that it automatically secures any application that is connected to it using Duo's MFA. Unix devices. Duo can be easily added to any Unix system to protect remote SSH logins with the addition of a simple login_Duo module. Internal applications. Duo integrates with Cisco ASA VPN to add two-factor authentication to any VPN login. Cloud applications. Customers can protect access to cloud applications with Duo's two-factor authentication, part of Duo's trusted access platform. Web-based applications. Duo Web makes it easy to add strong two-factor authentication to web applications. Implementing Duo two-factor authentication into a site involves simply adding a second login page and splitting the login handler into two parts. And SAML 2.0 applications. Duo Access Gateway adds two-factor authentication, complete with inline self-service enrollment and Duo Prompt, to popular cloud services using SAML 2.0 federation. Now let's take a look at the final use case, policy-driven access. Duo also empowers customers to protect servers by implementing policy-driven access on a user and device basis. In this situation, we see three different employees accessing company applications. What each employee is able to see depends on the policies the administrator has set for them and their devices. For example, workers in finance and HR will have different access permissions, but neither will see what they don't have access to. This policy-driven access gives organizations the ability to protect their networks by ensuring users and devices have access to the apps and information needed to do their jobs, and no more. Now we've seen Duo's capabilities and how it's used. But what sets it apart from all other solutions? Duo sets itself apart from competitors with 7 clearly established differentiators. 1. Ease of use. Duo offers a frictionless user experience with a well-thought-through authentication workflow. Customers can choose between authentication methods and have the option of SSO. Duo also makes it easy on admins with management automation, agentless endpoint visibility, and an intuitive admin interface which reduces the stress on administrative resources. 2. Broad coverage. Duo protects all applications, both cloud and on-prem, for all employee roles across the enterprise, and enables user group-specific policies. It also provides agentless visibility into all devices, while enabling BYOD alongside corporate-owned devices. 3. Speed to security. Duo is cloud-based and easy to set up for any integration. It can be deployed quickly, and end-user adoption takes only minutes with an intuitive self-enrollment process. And it quickly assesses and reduces user and device risk by responding quickly to threats. 4. High success rate. Duo helps deliver operational excellence with simple, flexible, and scalable security options, with fewer hurdles to deploy and manage than other solutions. Duo also offers a free POC to customers, with the test deployment often remaining as the operational deployment in the environment. 5. Lower TCO. Duo offers unlimited integrations, authentications, and devices with no hidden costs, and requires fewer admin resources to deploy and manage. 6. Born out of security. Duo is better security, not just more security, built by innovators with deep industry experience. It was built to solve customer pains and leverage technologies that they already have in place. 7. Hyper-responsiveness. Duo is transparent with its public-facing documentation and try-before-you-buy approach, and does right by customers with fast and responsive customer engagement. But how does Duo stack up against its biggest competitors? Duo has two main competitors in the realm of secured access: Microsoft MFA and Okta. While Microsoft MFA is well known, has broad app coverage, and is relatively inexpensive, it struggles to provide proper security for applications outside of its ecosystem. Microsoft MFA also fails to provide a unified dashboard for admins, and the poor user experience extends to end users as well, often complicating simple matters. Their product is also clunky and difficult to deploy. Okta's strengths lie in the fact that it is an inexpensive biometric-enabled MFA that is identity provider-focused, but it is unable to provide secure access for all applications. Additionally, Okta doesn't provide device insights, so customers are unable to establish and secure BYOD for their workers. And importantly, MFA is secondary for Okta. Their main focus is single sign-on. While both Microsoft MFA and Okta focus on identifying users, Duo's priority is securing access for users. It sets itself apart by being the easiest to use, deploy, and manage for both end users and admins. Duo provides the best cloud and on-premise app integration and coverage to ensure that all applications are protected. And it provides the most complete device visibility, whether it's on-premises or remote, or a corporate versus personal device. Duo ensures that there are no unsecure endpoints or unhealthy devices accessing your applications. Now that we've covered some basic information about Duo, we have reached the end of this module. To learn more about Duo and how it integrates into the Cisco portfolio, continue on to the other trainings in this series, and thank you for your time.